You're here. Hallelujah. 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 All right. Yes, y'all. We're back again. Back to back to back. This day of giving, Omaha gives. And we got an organization that gives a lot. I mean, where would the people be without them? We got a guest in the house that's going to talk about, you heard this theme music, it's gospel, their organization is from that spiritual foundation. Because anytime you give back to people, then you have to have a spiritual foundation. So again, we're going to continue with the interviews. Make sure you go to www.1690am The One. Click on and donate to our station to make sure that we continue to create a voice for those that need a voice. Again, I got my man next to me. We're going to let him introduce himself because you know how we do it here at 1690 AM. The interviewee introduces them themselves here. Sometimes they have theme music, you know what I mean? Superman, Batman, I had him in here before. I don't know if you brought your theme music or not, did you?
No, it would be some kid music because I have some young kids at home, so that's all I listen to, actually. So.
Oh, yeah. Oh, man, I should have had the SpongeBob, man. I was just watching that yesterday. I had about 5 kids in here also. So you got your own adjective, verbs, nouns, or prepositional phrases. So go ahead and introduce yourself.
Sure. My name is Tim Sully with the Sienna Francis House Homeless Shelter. And I've been with Sienna Francis House I just finished 12 years. And prior to that, I volunteered there. The first time I was there was actually in 1980 with my father.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's been associated for a while.
Now, in 80, were you a volunteer?
I volunteered, yeah. Well, I mean...
Or did you actually participate in the services?
Well, I volunteered. I'm from a farm.
Okay.
I grew up on a farm north of Omaha. At the end of the summers, my dad would take his old 67 Chevy pickup and go into our gardens. He was a big gardener. And we would pick up vegetables that were still lying in the field. And then we'd go to the neighbors and pick up their vegetables. And we would... then come into Omaha. My dad knew Omaha. I didn't, but I was just in high school, and we would go to various organizations, and one of them was Sienna Francis House. We'd donate vegetables, so that's where I was first introduced to the shelter. So
okay, cool. Your dad's a good dad.
Yeah, he passed away 7 years ago, and he was a good man.
Oh yeah, without a doubt. Anytime someone that takes their time out to give to others, man, we need more people like that, without a doubt. Yeah. We need more people like that, without a doubt. So been there for 12 years.
Yeah, and so, good work. I'm development director, which means basically sharing the message of our program publicly, and asking for support of our shelter and then, showing gratitude
right
if it happens and understanding if it doesn't. And that's how it works. We're pretty much a soft sell.
Oh, yeah, man. Hey, I'm like that too, man. Yeah, without a doubt. Like I said, I just,
exactly.
You know what I mean? I do the same way. We soft selling in here, y'all. So y'all make sure y'all donate to both organizations. Are you guys part of the 300?
You mean Omaha Gives?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're one of the 300
well,
that are doing their thing today.
Yeah, so we got some soft gives or some soft asks in here. So y'all give to Sierra Francis House also. That's supposed to get to the radio station. Both of us are necessary. Believe it.
That's right.
Both of us are necessary. Now, developmental director. So you kind of like the fundraiser.
At the end of the day, my supervisor would probably say or at least at the end of the year, it better be about making sure we get some money in the door, right? But it's about. I'm involved in food drives, organizations do that, or clothing drives, or that kind of stuff. So it's things that are exterior, any kind of public contact. I usually have a hand in it. So
cool.
Yeah.
Well, I would extend my hand, and hopefully maybe we can collaborate on some things in the future.
Right on, yeah, sure.
I would love to be a part of any initiative in regards to helping people
Maybe we can do something. Like,
Oh yeah, without a doubt.
I mean, you got the ear of people here, right? So.
Oh yeah. It's blessing to God. So and I get on, man, because we can. Everybody's a paycheck away from being homeless right now. Everyone. So
I agree. People don't realize that, but you see people. I mean, if you don't mind,
go ahead.
I see people. Last year we had 3,713 unique individuals stay at least one night at the Siena Francis House, and it's a record number. And the year before that it was like 3,500 people, and
right.
And to a person, all the and the vast majority of all those people had never been homeless before, right? So, and they never thought they would be, but
right.
With the economy. Allegedly Omaha fared well in this economic downturn, right? But and maybe that's true. I don't know, but I think that there's a lot of people who were hanging on that kind of fell off.
Right.
Their hours were cut or their job was cut finally, and they tried to hold some things together, and finally, they had no other option. So the vast majority of people who stay with us. Do so for a very short time. The average stay of someone last year who stayed at the shelter was 11 days.
Okay.
So, they get in, they get situated. We try to help them, find more appropriate housing because we're an emergency overnight shelter, right? So.
Right.
And then, so that's what happens. So a lot of people come through our doors. Huge turnover, right? So.
Well, guys know, for those out there listening, like I say, both of us, and Sierra Francis House in particular, need you guys' support because I know a lot of children come through there.
Yeah.
Those that are least go through that situation and put in a situation where they can't even control. So we appreciate you guys being a foundation for those that are going through that situation. How can the community help you guys beyond today?
Right. Well, we're located at 17th and Nicholas, so just on the near, they call it the NoDo, whatever district, but it's just north of like the TD Ameritrade Park, just north and a little bit west, and so 17th and Nicholas, which is 2 blocks north of Cumming,
right,
and so. Our services are pretty basic. We have some real basic things. We provide emergency overnight shelter, right? Uh-huh. And food, clothing, personal care items for people that stay there. And, we're a pretty low budget organization in that we don't purchase, the things that we make available to our guests, like the food and the, things you need in the bathroom, toilet paper, soap, toothbrushes, razors, all that stuff, right? So we appreciate, we ask for and we appreciate receiving as donations those items, right? And so, and those are, last night we had, last night, I don't know, but 2 nights ago we had 472 people stay with us, and in our 340 beds. So a lot of people, if you don't get a bed, you get a mat on the floor, or you sleep in a chair, and so huge numbers. And so everybody, and there's a huge need, even something as most basic, thing like toilet paper, right? Which I mentioned. It's a lot of people at night, and then we have a day services center that's open during the day. It's like a drop-in center for people who are homeless, and so that need never ends.
Right.
Same with food on the other end, right? So.
Right.
So things like that, we could always appreciate receiving in donations, and our loading dock at 17th and Nicholas is open every day of the year from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m.
Every day? You don't close on Christmas?
We never close.
Never close, man.
Every day. So if you're wondering if we're going to be open on a particular day, if our loading dock is, yep, we are. So.
Man, okay, all right, 24/7, 7 days a week. 24.
Well, 8 to 5, 7 days a week. So,
8 to 5. All right. Not 24/7, 8 to 5, but that's still a lot of time.
Exactly.
A lot of time. Are you guys? I don't know. Do you guys get engaged in new programming, or are you more like it's like I said, emergency shelter? So you do a lot of referring.
Yeah.
So your everyday thing is basically is resupplying all the needs.
Yeah, we have I mean, it's a good question because we're a little of both. I mean, we have our basic services, which our fundamental basic services were our founders were to provide emergency shelter and food and clothing, probably to people who are homeless. But over the years, the organization developed an a residential addiction recovery program.
Okay.
So we have that in house.
Okay.
So it's a 4-month minimum stay program. Right?
Okay.
And the maximum it takes to graduate from the program is as long as it takes.
Okay.
And so, and it kind of was an organic. It was a kind of a in-house grassroots program that developed and really got going in probably the mid '90s.
Okay.
It was people who were wanting to get out of this mess, and a lot of it related to getting on top of a chronic addiction and or a mental illness, and so our addiction recovery program really focuses on both of those. And so people who join it, and many of them who join it are from the shelter, right? And so we do work with other organizations that we don't have psychiatrists on staff.
Right.
So we work with another organization in town called Community Alliance, which helps help the people who come to us with that. We do have our own in-house state licensed counselors. Our counseling program staff are all trained and licensed by the state.
Right.
So the recovery program is a big part of who we are and what we do, and it really serves. And that program's at the end of it serves people who are homeless. I mean, that's who we hope is the main part of that program. So we also, as I mentioned, we have a day services center, a day shelter, and it's open obviously during the daytime hours,
right,
7 a.m. to 7 p.m. And it's located adjacent to our overnight shelter for men and women. Our shelters are overnight men, women, and women with children. And the day services center is right there, and so the doors open over 1,000 times a day. People drop in, and it's a place where people to get out of the cold in the winter, heat in the summer, inclement weather in between. It's a place to use the telephone, use the restroom, take a shower, store your bag. We have a storage area. And so. I mean, just for the day shelter part, it's a good place for people to be and be safe and have a place to not be in the elements.
Right.
We also, the other component of the day services is the services component. We have case managers, outreach workers. We call them case managers whose job it is every day to work with the homeless families and individuals who stay with us and to help them ultimately acquire the services they need to navigate their way out of Siena Francis House, to not be there. And so we work with around 70 programs and agencies that come to Siena Francis House that serve our guests. And so people, organizations like the VA, there's a lot of, as you probably know, a lot of homeless vets. And so we the VA rep is there many times a week. We work with the Charles Drew Health Center, and they have an on-site clinic in our shelter, and they provide medical care to the homeless individuals and families that stay with us. We work with Family Housing Advisory Services to help people, because they specialize in programs for housing. So all these things that we can do, we know what we're doing, right, to provide our basic services, but we really rely on other organizations and good-hearted people to help us ultimately help the people get out of Siena Francis.
Well, I mean, and to me, that's the best way. You guys are specifically doing what you're doing, and they're specifically doing what they're doing.
Exactly.
And by partnering, both are not duplicating resources and ultimately saving each other money.
Yeah.
By specifically stand in your lane, specialize in what you're doing. But you guys have a lot of services besides like you say, your main services, and setting up that referral base, that networking base is very, I know, was very crucial in its development and in sustaining what you guys do.
Right, and there are other shelters and there are other programs that out there that can provide like a step up housing option, right? And so I know the gentleman who's going to be speaking, you're going to be interviewing later. I just overheard that he's with Salvation Army, and they have a program, right? That it's a step up program, and there's also there's halfway houses, and there's other programs around Omaha, right? That and Omaha Housing Authority, right? And they're awesome, and so we work with those folks as well to help people get back on their feet housing wise,
Right.
and then ultimately, hopefully to have their own, eventually have their own, place that at least that they can call their own. So, yeah.
Cool, cool. Anything that we didn't discuss that's necessary that the community need to know about? Any special events that you guys are promoting?
Well, I don't know. I mean, I don't know if we have a special event. This Omaha Gives today is a big thing, right? And so
Right.
we are on, the Omaha Community Foundation organized this Omaha Gives. And so if you go to omahagives24.org, you certainly can donate to Sienna Francis House. But I will say excuse me, the Sienna Francis House is extraordinarily large in terms
Right.
of numbers. We're the largest shelter in the city, in the state, and in the region. We provide more nights of shelter and food to persons who are homeless than the other Omaha shelters combined. So we're just extraordinarily large, and we try to never turn away anyone who comes to us, regardless of the reason that they're there. And
Right.
that's been the philosophy of the organization since its inception, and that's what we try to maintain. So we are a house of hospitality. And people, when they come through our doors, we want to make sure that they know that they're important, they feel important, and they're cared for, and that their existence on this earth, it makes a difference.
Without a doubt, man. We appreciate what you guys are doing. Shouts out to Sierra Francis House, Sienna.
Sienna Francis, yeah.
Yeah,
You're good.
Francis House. I get it right.
It's all right.
Sometimes I have problems with the
You're not
English
alone.
language.
You're
man.
not alone, by the way.
I know you probably get Sahara a lot.
No, we get that, yeah.
Yeah, so
it's okay.
but we appreciate what you guys are doing and for the people because it's necessary, and that's what Jesus would do.
We tend to. I mean, I don't know. I don't want to pretend to know that, but we tend to think that when Jesus was on earth, right? Who did he hang with?
Right.
There's some people probably, I would say they're probably categorized as homeless. I
Right.
would think.
Yeah.
Didn't seem like they have a lot of homes they went to anyway.
Nah, they went up in no castles or nothing like
No.
that. That was with the people,
Yeah.
just like you guys are. Well, we appreciate you.
William, thank you.
Your contact information, how they can get in contact.
I left a card with Mary.
Okay, no, just for the community.
Oh, I'm sorry.
So they didn't want to give you some money.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, obviously, we're on the easiest way to donate is to monetary donation is go to our website at siennafrancis.org, and Sienna has one N.
Okay.
So it's SIENAFRANCIS.org. If you have in-kind donations, toilet paper, food, things that we all need in the bathroom, if you want to drop them off to 1702 Nicholas Street, we're open again every day of the year, 8 to 5. So
Okay, cool. Every day of the year, 8 to 5.
There you go.
We appreciate the the S Francis House.
The Sienna Francis.
Sienna.
It's like the Toyota minivan, except they have two Ns. So.
Okay, Sienna Francis House. Again, we appreciate what they're doing, and we appreciate you raising money for them, man. We probably need you to raise some money over here at 1690 AM. The
Right
one
on.
too. So we need a development director. You guys, make sure you guys go to the website omahagives24.org. You'll see a list of organizations. If you don't give to mine, give to someone else. It doesn't make a difference. We get our blessings from God. They come tenfold. Man, I love those numbers. Love the mathematics. Woo! I get goosebumps when I think about it. So I'm going to keep doing what we're doing. This is what we're doing. We're giving back. But also we're taking donations also. We're part of the Omaha Gives. And we want to continue to provide a voice for those that don't have a voice. 1690 AM The One. We'll be back with you in just a second.